By the way, Adrian, AI is just AI when you type it out. It's not like A1 sauce, A-1, A-I. It's just AI.
Here, read this.
Thank you.
That was a test. He just wanted to make sure you were reading it.
Thank you.
Why don't you read it out loud?
I never even thought of fucking A1, but thank you.
A1 sauce to replace the judges at Wimbledon.
That's nice, right? That's Joey just laid eyes on it for the first time.
This is the Beers and BS podcast, sponsored by one of the locals, Under the Sun Inserts, Brewport Coffee House, and Brewport Cafe. And now here's your hosts, Adrian, Joe, and Mike.
Trizzy.
I think he's the best line when he says, I only love my mother and my mattress or something like that.
Yeah.
What does he say?
I only love my bed and my mama. He's got a good. He spits it nice.
He really does, man. And people hate on him. I don't know why.
But he's mixed up in some shit right now, right? Isn't he? Like some P. Diddy shit.
Is he really?
Is he part of that?
I don't know if he's part of it, but I heard some weird shit about him.
I don't know. He's battling with Kendrick Lamar and all this. I don't know. I feel like he gets hated on. I don't know.
Hey.
He was hot
What's
as
up,
shit 5 years.
everyone? Welcome to Beers and BS, the podcast. We are your hosts. We got Mike D sitting right across from me. To my right, we got Joey. I'm Adrian. Down in Tennessee, our producer, Gabe. What's up, Gabe?
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Yeah, fellas, as always, we start our shows talking about what we're drinking. And Joey, I don't know what that is, but so I'm like to start with you, pal. What is that?
This is
Ajax?
it's a natty ice, but they're calling this the big ones. They call the tall boys the natty daddies.
The Natty Daddy.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So I've actually never seen this.
I've never seen that either. That's why I was
I'll
asking.
jump on it.
What is that? Dude, is that 8%?
Yeah.
Oh, everybody, this is going to be a good one for Joey. Let's watch this. Joey's used
I
to,
usually stay under 3%.
yeah, drinking, 4% buds. Nice. Mike, what do you got today?
Well, in lieu of Monday was Columbus Day, and all our fellow brothers and sisters that are Italian, I went with the Peroni.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice. Goes good with some macaroni.
I like Peroni, man. Peroni is a good beer.
It's got a little like bitter taste to it, you know.
Yeah.
The other night, I stopped into a pizza place and I sat down with a slice and a Peroni,
Ice cold.
ice cold, and I was fucking the happiest person in the world.
Did the guy come around, and greet you with a kiss?
No.
No, did he kiss you
No,
on the
he
cheek?
did not.
Huh? No?
I don't usually sit down in a pizzeria with a beer very often.
Which one?
Donatina's.
Uh-huh.
So I sat there with my Detroit slice and a Peroni, just like that. And
Slices, you said?
I had one. Now it was
Okay.
only one.
If I had $1 for every time you guys said Donatina's in the last 2 episodes,
Oh, you got to go.
I'd be
Dude,
rich.
you've never been there?
No.
You got to go.
Come on, bro.
What is it, the old friendlies?
No, the old
7-Eleven.
7, like actually wasn't even. It was like a
fake
seven mark.
7-Eleven. Yeah.
7. It's
Oh, in Patcho.
Yep.
Yeah.
By where
Gotcha.
Claire Rose used to be over there.
Yeah,
right across from where Blue Point
Starbucks now. but
Starbucks over there on the
Yeah.
corner. Yeah, it's just right over there.
Don't say the S word in here, bro. Come on.
Yeah, we don't talk about
Fuck that shitty.
it. We don't say that. Bro, I was at Starbucks this weekend in the city. Right? You want to know what 2 iced cappuccinos? No,
You
ice.
just said don't mention them.
No, I mean, come on. I got to.
Did you go to was it a Black Label Starbucks? Have you seen those?
No, I haven't seen it. It was in the West Village.
Okay.
2 medium iced caramel macchiatos. There it is. We had a turbo shot.
$17.
More.
More?
$19.
It's 19 here, I think.
Yeah.
No, that's a good price for you, but for them, fuck that.
I just was like, okay.
Yeah, now they have these upper scale Starbucks in the city. They have Black Label Starbucks.
Oh no! All right, gotta look. But I don't go to Starbucks. I only went there because it was an emergency. I had to use the bathroom. This one is for Mike. You brought up it was Columbus Day, right? It was also Indigenous People Day yesterday. So I have the Shot Fly pumpkin ale again because it is the time, and I'm not gonna be able to drink these. It's the only time of year that I'll drink them, and I love them. They're my favorite. And Mike, here, throw one of these on.
By the way, if you hear random hoots and hollers from us, we're recording this tonight of a Yankee playoff game. So, if we may react live.
Gabe, what about you, pal?
Well, as you said, because of Indigenous Day, I got some Pacifico.
Oh, I love Pacifico,
Ooh.
man.
Yeah. I haven't had this in a
That's
while,
different.
actually. Yeah, I haven't had this in a while.
Pacific-
I almost got Corona, but I was like, last time I got it was really skunky. And I haven't had this in a while, so I'm like, I'm going to grab some of this. So I grab the 6er of this Pacifico.
Pacifico. Oh no, Pacifico reminds me of being on vacation.
Is that a red
Yeah.
glass bottle? Looks red.
Brown.
Oh, bro.
I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I've had it before, but it's been a long time. I really don't get into those.
You go into Bahamas, that's what you're drinking.
Nice.
You know what's funny? You go to
Pacifico.
Mexico, and you would think Mexicans would be drinking Corona
Corona,
or
yeah.
Pacifico. They're drinking Budweiser.
Yeah, you're right.
Not here. Not here.
Oh, I'm sorry. You drink those in like you drink those in Mexico. Kalik is the beer that you drink in the Bahamas. You ever have a Kalik?
Joey. Look at
No.
Joey go.
I've had a clit.
Nice.
Just rub it between my fingers.
Is that what you do with that?
That's the one thing you do with it.
I learned something new every day.
Hey now.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Joey, do you have an update on this game?
No score, bottom first.
Okay.
It was a close. Ramirez almost just hit one out, but it was caught at the wall. That guy is a pesky motherfucker.
I would say he's
man.
he's probably their best hitter.
Yeah, but he's no so. I don't even want to get into it. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not touching the money.
No, yeah,
That's it. I'm gonna let it play out,
bro.
I'm gonna ignore it.
I'm with you. I'm normally like you, bro. I'm feeling good vibes this year. Man.
When I feel good vibes and I
Stop.
talk shit,
Yeah.
bad things happen.
I'm with you, Mike.
That's it.
Anyway,
Anyway,
yeah. NFL guys, NFL Week 6 just wrapped up. We always during the football season here, we always talk about some overreactions. We also got some big news.
I want to hear the news that the Giants traded Daniel Jones. When's that news coming?
no, come on, man.
To who?
That's my quarterback, bro.
To who?
It's love hate with this guy. Like 1 week I love him, 1 week I
Was
fucking hate
it
him.
his fault that
No.
that 55-yard bomb got called back? You know what I mean?
No.
Everybody's
Listen.
like, oh, he doesn't throw the ball deep. He does. But, you know, if you can't, your lineman can't fucking follow the rules.
This week he did. This week he did. I think he heard all the noise and he won for a couple. You know what I mean? But he hasn't been this season.
No.
You know what I mean? This past game he threw two.
I think this season he's more than ever. Last season, I give it to you. He didn't go deep. They're opening up the playbook little by little, you know?
And the playbook's
Lucas
got to
Otten.
be the playbook's got to be a little bit different with Malik Neighbors not in the game. I mean, he's definitely he's obviously a young wide receiver, but he's changing the way the field's not opening up as it is when he's in the game. Is what I'm trying to say.
No,
That's why he's
they
not
said
going down the field.
Even with him missing the game, he still had more receptions than any other wide receiver.
Oh yeah, he's got more
Neighbors.
catches than
Oh, yeah.
anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's how important he is. And
Absolutely.
that's how he opens up the other offense for the team. But, I don't know. I see missed opportunities.
He's got some controversy going on behind him. though.
Everybody tends to blame Daniel Jones, but let's fucking be real. If our special teams this year could kick a fucking field goal, we have 2 more wins in our belt.
That's true.
Minimum.
What's
You mad at Malik Neighbors for going to a Travis Scott concert?
I was just going to ask you, what's the controversy? That's
He went to he's on concussion protocol and he went to a concert, which is like
very loud. Obviously, not the best.
flashing lights,
I feel like we're dealing with Odell again.
No, I think worse. What's his name? Freaking young Joker,
Oh God, no.
don't
hold
say
on.
him.
Tony. Right.
Kadarius.
Yeah, Kadarius Tony, who is he even in the league anymore?
I don't know.
I know he got cut from Kansas City. Anyway, I think that is a bad look. I think that it's a very bad look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think what I'm saying. That's
And they're like, oh, he's young. That means nothing. He's a professional. Someone in his group or life should be like, yo, bro, stay at home, watch the games,
dude. That's an excuse. That's just a weak excuse.
it
You know what
is.
I mean,
You got a fucking lottery ticket in your hand, man.
Yeah.
Like protect that at all costs.
exactly. You're
But
getting
here's the
team-
thing: the to get out of protocol,
Here's
it's
the
very
thing, Joe.
stringent. Someone can feel great. I mean, sometimes these guys feel good after getting hit, and they'll still want to go in the game. So this is a league thing that they're protecting the players. The player might be thinking, "I feel fine. I don't know why you won't let me play."
Yeah,
which
but
might be why
I'm
he's
sure
doing
he
it.
had instructions from the team doctor on what to do and what not to do.
Are you saying he felt 100% and was like, fuck this, I'm going to the concert?
Yeah, that's
I feel
exactly what
I
happened.
feel 100.
That's exactly what happened.
So you're expecting him to play this week?
He should play this week, yeah. But I want to know if this was punishment not playing this week, or if he was still in the protocol.
When did he go to the concert? Because they kind of made that call. I feel like
Saturday night.
Friday. I feel like they made that call.
Oh, did
before-
they?
Yeah, before that.
Okay,
So, well, I don't know. We'll know. Who
stay
knows?
hot, Glaber.
Hey, we all know wide receivers are divas, right? It's in their DNA.
By the way, do you want me to not remark on the game as we're doing this pod or
No,
not?
you can say that we have.
All right, Glaber just hit a double down the line.
Oh, nice. All right, good. Oh, that's really good because he's leading off.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, good.
No outs.
Kid's on fire right now.
Yeah, he has been. Anyway, Giants, yes, this week they suck. So Gabe, you're not going to hear us say they're back this week. But
You know who else?
but Dallas and Washington,
You know who else?
right,
Oh,
both
man.
lost. And this, if there's ever a time to win, was this week.
A fucking
Dallas
historical ass
sucks.
beating, bro. At home.
On Jerry's 82nd birthday.
At home.
Dude, you hear him losing his mind?
No, I heard he did, but I didn't hear it. If Gabe could pull that up, that'd be fucking great.
Gabe, he went back and forth with I guess his weekly radio show that he does on Tuesdays in Dallas, and he went back and forth with the host, and it was pretty good. He was being a bitter bitch.
He was. You nailed it.
Yeah.
That's what that was. He was a bitter bitch.
He spent a lot of money this season on two guys
Yeah.
and didn't improve that team. No running backs.
Well, that's what he meant. He should have got Derrick Henry.
Yeah, he went to the scrap heap for running backs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And his defense was supposed to be good. Micah Parsons sucks. We put him out for at least 2 games now, right?
Yeah.
Lawrence, Diggs. This guy Diggs plays. They're better when Diggs doesn't play.
Listen, take a listen.
Listen, let me tell you what I'll do. Let me tell you what I'll do about it. I will let us sit down and look at the decisions we've made over the last several years. Okay? I'll look at it. Now, if you think I'm interested on a damn phone call with you over the radio and sitting here and throwing all the good out with the dishwater, you have got to be smoking something over there this morning. I'm not. And I really don't, and I don't even want our listeners to listen to me, to talk about, this is not your job. Your job isn't to let me go over all the reasons that I did something and I'm sorry that I did it. That's not your job.
Well, my job is to
So y'all
ask
get
why.
a job, or I'll get somebody else to ask these questions, man.
Oh shit! He's gonna fire him.
Jerry, we're trying to figure out why the team is.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. You're not going to figure out what the team is doing right or wrong. If you are, or any 5 or 10 like you, you need to come to this meeting I'm going to today. There are 32 teams here. You're geniuses.
Owners meeting.
Jerry,
Okay. Y'all really think you're going to sit here with a microphone and tell me all of the things that I've done wrong and without going over the rights?
Oh, he's a bitch.
Yeah.
He is.
You know what? He's been the GM for so long. You know, they haven't won in 30 years, right? Give it up, bro. It's not everybody else. It's you. You suck. Evaluating talent, get the fuck out of here.
This guy is. He doesn't get it, man.
You know, everybody's like, Dak has, great regular season. Fucking, it doesn't matter. Regular season doesn't matter, right? The goal is to win a championship. The guy chokes when he's under pressure and he can't win a fucking playoff game for his fucking life.
Well, you know why? I mean, this is
60 million. And it didn't have the
60 million.
nerve to talk about Daniel Jones getting 40.
They
Go
fucking
fuck
paid
yourself.
this guy $60 million.
Dude,
That's normally something the Giants would do, honestly.
10 minutes before kickoff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
10 minutes
Right.
before fucking
Here's
kickoff.
your check.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's when they signed this deal.
He had
Yeah.
a good game that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was riding high.
Yeah, well, you know what, dude? I fucking hate Dallas. But this was the week with Dallas and Washington both going down. Philly, I mean, they're not looking too great. They squeaked out a win,
Yeah.
you know? This was the week to win. And the game, they should have won. It was so boring. You know what I mean? It was like 7-0,
I know.
7-0, and 7-7. And then just like Mike said, the field
Philly's
goals and
defense
stuff.
is fucking horrific right now, and that's
Of your division rivals, when they lose, which one do you celebrate more?
Dallas.
Cowboys.
Dallas.
Cowboys.
It goes,
Then the Eagles.
yep, Dallas, Eagles, Washington.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When the Cowboys
right now-
lose, if the Giants lose on a Sunday and the Cowboys lose, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now with Washington in first place, it's not like fuck them. It's just like
No, I actually admire their quarterback. I'm like, that
Yeah.
guy plays fucking
Yeah.
ball, bro. He's a
Yeah.
baller.
Me too. I've been following him. A, he's my quarterback in fantasy, but B, Giants they wanted him. They really wanted him. They
Yeah.
were real close, and then they were trying to trade up, and they couldn't get him, so that's why they got Malik Neighbors, which wasn't bad.
There's a clip with Joe Shane in the office with his kids. Did you see this? And
Oh, no.
he asks his kids who
Yeah.
should draft, and his son's like,
Oh yeah.
Jalen Daniels, you got to do it, Dad. You got to do it, whatever it takes,
Yeah,
The kid was right.
smart kid.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I see in his game is he's small, he's skinny. He hasn't gotten hurt yet,
Well,
but
as he gets older and stays on the workout regimen, he's going to get bigger.
yeah, that's the only thing that I'm like, because you see like RG3 over there, he came out, a ball of energy, and then one injury could fucking wrap it up.
Yeah, but his style of play got him wrapped up, I think.
Yeah, well,
Daniels plays the same way, bro. He's running that ball.
Is he really?
Oh my god,
He's that mobile as like RG3.
Mobile? Bro. He has like
He's
40
pretty
yard
quick.
runs.
yeah, but I feel like RG3 was just trying to do way too much.
I feel like he was trying to be a running back a lot. You
Yeah.
know, he I mean,
He didn't have the weapons that this guy's got now.
No,
You
there's
You know
a
what's
good
you know what's a
team
trip
around.
is if you look at the past quarterbacks that have been the shifty running, type. You had McNair, you had Michael Vick, Cunningham, even Warren Moon, and they were big guys. They weren't small like Tua or Murray
Right.
or
Dante Culpepper, he used to.
Oh my god.
right?
Oh, Culpepper, yeah.
He's huge.
I wonder how we went from that to these guys that are sub 5'11.
true.
I mean, look at Kyler Murray, right? Kyler Murray.
Speed. They look at the speed, but
And
you
arm
have
strength.
a 6'4" lineman in front of you. That's why these passes getting swatted down all the time. You got to be 6'4", 6'5", to see over these
Interesting.
guys.
I wonder if shorter quarterbacks take more snaps out of the shotgun. Like if they design plays like that more for them. You know what I mean?
I mean, I would have to say yes. I mean, I remember what's his name, Drew Brees, even and Flutie, Doug Flutie,
Oh my god.
right? Tiny guys. They would use. They would talk about. They obviously they're not seeing over a line, so they would use lanes. That's how they would move. They would move lateral. You know what I mean? To find the opening in between the linemen. You know what I mean? And that's how they would see that. They would use lanes. That's how they were. They kind of taught themselves.
Drew Brees was great, but you know who else they thought was great? Aaron
Wow.
Rodgers. And you know what Aaron Rodgers' record is right now?
Same as Giants.
So
2-4.
and what's the big news? Go ahead.
Big news. I mean, they finally made the trade for
Devontae.
Devontae Adams. I'm sorry, I've written down Devontae Adams. They finally made the trade for, and pretty much got him for a fucking steal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Gabe, because that's his team that he came from and stuff. But
Well, here's the thing that pisses me off. Do you know what we gave up for him?
Yeah.
Oh,
a,
yeah.
ba-
A
a
first
bag
and a
of
second
footballs.
round.
yeah,
And
Oh,
now
yeah.
now we're getting a third round, possibly a second, which we don't think is going to happen.
yeah.
He wasn't a free agent when he went to the Raiders.
No,
No.
They traded him.
yeah. He just signed that deal last year. His contract.
I'll tell you what, the Jets are better today than they were
Absolutely.
last night.
Absolutely. That's what I wanted to ask you. Is this game changer for them?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Did you see this?
I didn't see that.
No.
By the way, Gabe, I like
Did you hear the news?
I like how we could still see us.
Can you
Watching
lower,
the video.
Can you lower Gabe though a little bit, or thanks?
What's that?
Oh shit.
Hey, good to see you, Tay. Good to see you, man. Congrats.
What's up, fellas? Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Okay.
That's funny.
That's cool.
Hey.
That's funny.
That motherfucker got a Taco Bell in his house. I want a Burger King in my house.
So apparently, I know that's a fucking cool commercial. Apparently, this deal was made yesterday. During the Jet game last night. He was flying
right?
over.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they took the red eye, they said.
That is pretty cool. Man. Still though, the way these guys are, right? Is he hurt? Does he have a fucking bad hamstring right now, or he was just sitting out?
That's what I want to acknowledge. One thing, right? That number one, the Jets fired their head coach, right? And
Yep.
Rodgers acted like he had nothing to do with it, but yet I think this is his whole. He's running the show right now. You know, he gets rid of the head coach, gets the guy that he wants, gets his wide receiver that he wants. He seems like a spoiled brat to me. That's all I'm saying. You know, and they're opening up the fucking checkbook for him and let him do whatever he wants. I don't think that's right.
So last night, Aaron Rodgers is playing this game knowing, like, oh shit, my boy's on the plane right now.
Yeah.
Next week's gonna be a different story.
So when he was throwing Mike Williams under the bus in the press conference,
I mean, maybe
he knew.
Yeah,
on purpose. Yeah.
he definitely knew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he definitely knew.
He should have been on the red
All right,
line.
I'll play the asshole game. So are they going to trade? Are they going to trade Mike Williams?
I mean, I won't be surprised.
He's on the block. I saw a report
heard,
earlier that he's on the block.
For as far as we're concerned, I heard Slayton's on the block.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they giving up already? I mean, really? Like we don't have a lot of wide receivers to begin with.
I don't know.
I don't like that. I don't like the sound of that. Anyway, Devontae Adams to the Jets. I agree, Joey. The Jets just they're a lot better than they were yesterday on paper. Let's just see how it goes.
True.
I can't believe it. I think they're cursed. Everything they do is just like,
I know.
you know what I mean?
To be a Jets fan, God.
Dude,
So
this was supposed to be the year. You know, we're 6 games in.
Last year was supposed to be the year.
Well, this is what I'm saying. But now he's healthy, right?
Yeah.
And it's still not working out. Now he gets his buddy back, which they traded away from him in Green Bay. I don't understand what
I think that was about Devontae. I think about him trying to see how he could do without Aaron, because I think that's what it was.
Well, no, it was under the assumption that he was going to play with Carr. Remember?
Well, he did play with Carr.
Yeah, but for only one season. He
college,
did-
right?
Yeah, that was his quarterback, college quarterback.
They had
But-
a year together.
But I also think it wasn't it? I mean, he was getting like a lot of scrutiny, like saying like, you know, he was requesting a trade, like, okay, let's see how you do without, you know, Aaron Rodgers. I mean, there was a lot of that going on.
I don't know if it was so much that. I think it was kind of like a mutual feeling. Because he had, like you said, he had just signed that contract.
Last year, though, but not when they traded for him, right? Oh, was last year's first year? Was last year's first year with the Raiders?
No.
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
he played a
No,
full year with
this is his
Derek
third
Carr,
year.
and then Derek
right.
Carr went to the
Yeah.
Saints,
Okay.
and he got that
Yes.
O'Donnell kid or whatever that is. You know, in his defense, the Raiders haven't replaced the quarterback position with a decent person.
Oh,
So
I think they fucked him when they let Carr go.
right, that was
You know
his
what I mean?
buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree. I mean,
So now he goes to his other buddy. You know,
yeah, the writing was on the wall.
another diva. He has to be comfortable.
But dude, Aaron Rodgers' window is fucking this big.
Oh man, it's closing.
You know what
quick.
I mean? It's this big. So it's like, they're trying to do whatever. Because look, I mean, if that's not, and he has to admit it, because I mean, dude, he got Randall Cobb on the team last year.
And you had Lazar.
Yeah. The Lazard's been big for them.
Yeah, but so Lazar and Dante, did they play together?
Yeah.
How did that work out for Green Bay? They didn't win a championship.
Nah, I mean, they were good though. Green Bay
They
was
didn't win a
always
championship.
always in it.
Yeah, they always had a good defense. It's like I don't see it happening for the Jets.
I mean, vintage Aaron Rodgers, though, man.
Yeah, no,
he
he's
was
fantastic.
fucking nasty.
But I'll tell you what, the past 2 weeks, he had the chance to win the game. He threw interceptions.
That's true.
You know, so
Last drive, right? Yeah, choke artists.
we will see. We will see.
So
though.
there's a rumor right now also that the Raiders are just going to throw it in. They're going to tank the season. There's a rumor that they're going to trade Crosby to Detroit.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Well, I saw something that Crosby said he wants to go wherever Devontae Adams goes. Did anybody see anything like that?
No,
He goes,
trade Hassan Riddick.
he said we're a package deal. I'm
Trade-
going where
Oh,
Devontae goes.
They're extremely close though. If you saw
Can
the
the
wide
Jets
receiver
afford
I
trade,
it?
saw a video of him saying that shit.
yeah, they're extremely close. But I'm saying, but if they maybe try trade Reddick, because right, I mean,
Well,
they just
Reddick
opened it up.
supposedly got new representation within the last day or two. So he fired his
Is he manager,
Mm.
agent,
agent, hired 2 guys, Drew
Rosenhaus.
Rosenhaus and somebody
His
else.
brother. I think his brother. They're
And so supposedly they're close to a deal. So
with the Jets.
yeah, with the Jets. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard
That's the
that.
rumor.
Did you hear it right? They said they're open for him to explore trades.
I did. Yeah.
So there's almost a $75 million difference in contract value between those 2 players. Can the Jets afford it?
I don't know.
What, Max Crosby?
I think they could.
Yeah, Crosby just signed an extension this year.
Yeah. If you're going for it, go for it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I'll
Reddick is nasty. If he ever hits the fucking field, that guy,
I agree.
he could chase down a quarterback, bro.
I agree.
And Crosby, I hate him with everything, but
He's great.
he's good.
But I think, Crosby to Detroit makes sense with Hutchinson going down.
Oh my god,
Which, by the way, my
that
God,
was nasty.
that was
brutal.
ugly,
Brutal.
man. That was real.
That shit was dangling, bro.
Yeah, terrible.
Did you see actually how it had, like his leg whipped into the other guy's leg?
Yeah.
The other guy's leg must be made out of fucking steel, bro. It just destroyed his shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The guy kept walking like it was no big deal.
Yeah, it was ugly. Reminiscent of like Joe Theismann.
Oh,
Right?
Oh man.
Poor kid when he went to lift his leg too afterwards. Oh, you saw it
Dangling.
dangle.
Oh,
Oh,
it's terrible, man. It's
stop.
terrible. You know what's great? I'm surprised you don't see more of that with how brutal this fucking game is, man. It's vicious at
How
times.
fast these guys are.
Yeah. How are there not more injuries like that? Right? That's amazing.
And Dan Campbell
actually
says,
like the signs.
Arms.
don't
elbow-
count the kid out. He might be back for the playoffs.
Well,
No way.
That's what he said.
Yeah, he said he's expecting to make a full recovery, and there's a possibility. He's already had.
I
his
think- I mean-
Who was the quarterback that just had that surgery?
Quarterback? Alex Smith?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah.
was.
But he
He-
had a botched surgery.
He almost died.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
fucked his shit up. Yeah.
Oh,
And
really?
I don't
didn't
think
know
it was
that
as
part.
bad of a break as this.
Have you ever seen his leg?
Oh,
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like it was
Frankenleg.
it looks like it was burned in a fire.
Fucking mangled.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Oh.
That guy came back too, though.
Yeah, he came back and played great for Washington.
Yeah, yeah.
Good for him. Now he's like a commentator or some shit, right? Does something?
I don't know.
No, whatever. All right, yeah. So that's NFL. I know we went long there. We'll see what happens next week. You know what I mean? Hey, I'll put it this way: Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams are on my fantasy team.
Oh,
All right.
wow.
There you go.
Look at you.
Let's see how that goes.
You're doing well, man. Nice.
Let's see.
Wait, you got Daniels and Rodgers?
Beginner's
Yeah.
luck.
Hey, could
Yeah.
be, or maybe just know more than you guys. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so MLB playoffs. So, we mentioned it. We touched on it quick. We're watching the game. I got the game right down here below. Joey's got split screen.
What's the update, Joe?
1-0 Yanks
Yeah.
on a weird play. They got to run. So
A dropped infield ball.
yeah, an infield fly dropped.
And 2 outs right now.
Yep.
Yankees win.
This guy nailed. This guy
I'm making you
Naylor,
touch the money.
the first baseman for the Guardian. I almost said the Indians. The Guardians. He's the fucking guy who did this to fucking Garrett
Yeah.
Cole.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He owns Garrett Cole though, man. He just fucking smoked him for a
Dude.
double or single.
He owns Garrett Cole, and he owns about, I don't know, 75 pounds more than everybody else.
I mean,
player, right?
That's how I would look in a baseball uniform. That's what I think about when I look at that.
That guy's his fucking belly's sick.
He's a big
Oh
boy.
man.
Anyway, MLB playoffs down to 4 teams. Mets Dodgers, man. I'll tell you, Joey. I know you're down on the Mets. And you don't want to see, the Mets.
They punched back last night.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
A Mets Subway Series, and part of me starting to think, dude, are you a little nervous about the Mets?
I'm not nervous. I just don't want to lose to the fucking Mets, bro. Because that's
Yeah, but isn't it?
It'll
Isn't
never
it
happen.
it's better to
Joe,
beat them. Yeah.
It'll never happen. All
Yeah.
right? But
Well,
let them,
either
let
way,
them win. Let them beat the Dodgers.
If the Yankees get through the Guardians, which I think they will, handily, I don't care, bro.
He said
That's
it,
how good
Mike.
I feel.
Mike, he said it.
Yeah, he touched the money.
It's going to be a
Jesus
historical.
Christ.
It's going to be a historical World Series either way, whether it's the Dodgers Yankees or Mets Yankees.
What if it's Dodgers
That's a
Cleveland?
great point right there.
If it's
I agree.
Dodgers Cleveland, it sucks.
Yeah, you're right. No one's fucking
Oh
watching
man, nobody wants the
that.
Guardians. to lose.
MLB is not on board for that.
All right, so hold on. We all know Otani fucking plays best through his interpreter, right? During his interpreter. I'm watching fucking football on Sunday. I see.
Bro, he speaks
Bro,
very good English.
Yeah, they shoot over and he's got 6 players in front of him. He's telling jokes and fucking shit. Like, what interpreter?
Yeah.
That's his bookie, bro.
In front of the media, they'll always have an interpreter.
Did you see that text that he did?
I did, yeah.
This fucking-
Insane. Lying
that's funny.
motherfucker.
I told you, right? I told you. Shaq told the story that fucking Stevie. He saw Stevie Wonder driving, right?
Like, what's his name? Ichiro?
Yeah.
Ichiro? How long did he play in the league? 20 years? He still had an interpreter, but he spoke English. You know what I mean? Like, they just do it in front of in the public.
Or
Just
maybe
in case
maybe
there
they
is
don't wanna
something.
insult their homeland. Like, oh, I never learned English. I don't
Just
know.
in case there is something they don't understand, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
He's a lying motherfucker. We know that.
Yeah. So we got Mets.
Ooh,
Mets
yeah,
Dodgers.
there you go, Gabe. What we got? Pre-roll?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Are you hitting that?
You make me
Nice job,
jealous, bro. I'm jelly.
Fucking Gabe. Look at Gabe.
For everybody that's not watching, just listening, Gabe just sparked up a pretty big fucking doobie.
Smoke weed every day.
We're losing Gabe.
Gabe.
We're losing Gabe.
It's been a minute.
There
Yeah.
you go.
It's been almost a year since I smoked weed.
Really?
Yep.
Welcome back.
Good for you. Good for you.
Of all places, guess where I found this?
Where?
The liquor store by my house.
Yeah, Gabe. Hit that shit, dog.
One, two, 3 to the 12.
Good for you.
All right. Nice. Just so everybody knows, Gabe's getting high. Speaking of though, real quick, MLB playoffs. Joey, we won pretty well. We had a great game, right? The Yankees had a great game last night.
Yeah.
You would say they underachieved against the Royals, right?
Yes.
Okay. Judge hasn't even got started yet, dude.
No.
Judge hasn't even got started yet, and it's gonna right. It's gotta happen.
It's got.
It's gotta
I
happen.
hope it does for
right?
him, man, because he's so good. That's part of the legacy.
He gets on though. He takes he gets a lot of walks. He's been on base.
Well, he just had his
I think
first
he-
RBI of the playoffs last night.
Right, he
You know
drove
what I mean?
one in. Yeah.
Sack
Yeah.
fly.
But with that, Stanton, our other big.
Oh my god.
Okay.
He's
Big
the
G.
He's
that
a
guy,
beast.
he's been having a series. I mean, when they're comparing these numbers, his playoff numbers to Babe Ruth, and
Yeah.
I'm saying a bunch of other guys. I mean, I forget who else it is. I mean, that's pretty impressive. This guy, I get so fucking annoyed at him during the regular season.
I know.
You know what I mean? Because he's always
He's so
hurt. You know
Yeah,
what I
but-
mean?
No, this is when we need him. Let him get hurt all year.
I agree.
But when he stands in that batter's box, he owns that shit.
I know.
You see, he's like,
He's so.
he's like,
fucking-
go ahead, throw the ball.
He's-
Go ahead.
So I feel like when Judge is in the batter's box, he's like this. He's
Antsy,
very
yeah.
he's antsy. He's moving a lot more than he normally
Stanton
does.
Fucking is like,
Stanton's heartbeat stops, bro. He's just
Yeah.
fucking sitting there
he's
like
waiting
this.
to see the spin on the
like a
ball, bro.
statue.
He's just like,
Yeah.
that's garbage. That's garbage. This one I'm gonna put over the wall.
My wife watches the game with me, right? She watches the game. She's into it, no doubt. Basketball's her favorite. Baseball will be a second. But sometimes she'll be doing like some work on the computer or whatever, doing some stuff, fucking around on her phone. She's kind of like listening.
Right.
Whenever stands up though, she fucking drops what she's doing, dude. She's like, I just want to bounce quarters off his ass. You know what I mean? She's like, she just stops what she's doing, bro, and fucking stares at
He's
him.
ripped.
He
he's
is
handsome.
fucking
Yeah,
ripped.
yeah, yeah.
You
Guy's a
see,
beast.
all his post game conference interviews have been he's wearing a black tank top all of a sudden lately. He takes his jersey off and
Yeah.
he's fucking
Ripped.
jacked.
He's like a bodybuilder. Yeah, yeah.
Whatever that guy's doing, you know what I mean? He's doing it right.
Is he a bachelor?
I don't know.
He's quiet, you know.
For my wife's sake, let's say yes.
I think he has a longtime girlfriend. I remember seeing like an article over the summer. She was attending a lot of the games and road trips with the team. Nice looking young lady.
I think getting Rizzo back is huge.
I agree.
I think
I agree. He comes back,
he's
gets
a
a hit.
spark. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And it just fits right in with that rotation.
And you know what it is? I think it's good for Judge because they're like best friends.
That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
think it's really good. I think they're going to start clicking, and tonight might be the night.
I hope Judge gets going though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's going to open it.
Chemistry is so underrated when it comes to sports.
Yeah,
You can
no,
have all the talent in the world on the same team, but if they don't have the chemistry,
they don't gel.
there's
forget
really
about
no point.
I
You're
agree.
it. You're right.
And you know what? This team, it's not the best baseball team to ever take the field, but they absolutely have the chemistry.
But dude, I brought it up last week. This is their year. They have the path.
Oh man,
You know
you're
what I
right.
mean? They have a clear path to
Oh,
get
this
there.
is it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is the year to do it. You don't have Houston in your way.
Well,
You don't have
we're
the
3
Orioles.
games away from going to the big show. You know what I mean? And it's right there in their grasp. And I think they're going to reach out and fucking stomp on it. There you go, right up the middle. It's another base hit.
You're ahead of me.
Yeah, you're ahead, man. We're on delay.
I'm sorry.
Who is it, Volpe?
There it goes.
This is my guy, bro. I love Volpe. I really do. He's my favorite Yankee right now.
He's a Golden Glove finalist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's my favorite Yankee since DJ, captain.
No, I think all the talk that people talk about Brian Cashman, I think he did the right thing this year. He put together a great team. Everybody doubted the bullpen, but the
this
last couple of games, right?
This kid, Luke Weaver, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Weave your dreams. What are they called? Dreamweaver?
Dreamweaver, yeah.
Dreamweaver, yeah.
That's
He
such a
lights
good
out.
nickname.
Yeah.
He fucking throws gas, bro.
Okay, this guy is fucking hating again. Hating again.
It's New York, you know.
No, I'm complimenting the name. I said that's such a good name.
I actually thought you were sincere when you said that. Actually.
I did. Yeah, I thought
Thank
he
you,
was, I thought he was being. I thought you were being sarcastic.
And one other thing,
I apologize then.
with the Yankees making a run, John Sterling came back out of
Yes.
retirement to
Love
do the
it.
playoffs.
Yeah.
This is like his final stand. You know what I mean?
If there's anybody out there who knows how to design apps or whatever, you got to make an app that syncs up with AM radio, because I would much rather listen to the AM.
I agree.
But it's just not, the timing is way off.
I agree. Especially
You're
these
not the first
fucking
person that has suggested this. And
assholes on
someone
TBS.
actually, I can't remember who it was, but they suggested the same thing about a year ago. And someone actually just came out with the app for it.
Really?
I'm gonna have to look. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for it and send it to you.
Please do, because I would much rather listen. I mean, last series with Bob Costas, he's getting a lot of
oh,
fucking
fuck.
flack,
Dude.
man.
He's dry.
Oh, what from like nationwide, not just in New York?
Nationwide.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
really?
He got
Oh, good.
ripped up on
Good. He's
X.
fucking
I mean,
terrible, man.
ripped
And
up.
he's so biased.
And he's considered a legendary broadcaster, but
Well, that's because he does everything.
it
you
didn't
know?
come across that way last series.
He's not professional where he evens the field. You get like you said, he's biased. You know, and you can hear his hatred for the Yankees.
yeah.
Yeah, but he goes off on these. I like a good story, but like he goes off on these tangents, man, where the stories somewhat don't even tie into the fucking moment.
Come on, Mike.
Rizzo.
You're killing us. Now I see it.
Yankees win.
Anyway, I'm happy Bob Costas is sitting this one out.
All right, so let's go Yanks. Obviously, to be continued.
Actually, I think he called the Jet game last night, didn't he?
Bob Costas did?
I think so.
No, it was on the radio. Maybe on the radio, but it was on Monday Night Football. It was Joe Buck and
Oh,
Troy.
I thought I read somewhere that Bob Costas left the fucking ALDS to fucking call the Jet game last night. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, but maybe on the radio.
No,
Maybe.
he might have been on the Manning.
I mean,
cast.
he's too big for the radio, though. No,
Was he with Peyton and Eli on that show?
no, Bill Belichick was. I think.
Okay, who's worse? Tom Brady, Bob Costas, Collinsworth, or Dennis Miller?
Oh,
Dennis Miller was trash.
yeah.
Yeah, Dennis Miller wasn't good.
Collinsworth is a suck ass. though.
Tony Romo's fucking awesome.
He gets annoying
Yes.
though. He gets annoying.
I feel like Collinsworth is on the NFL payroll. You know, pushing the Cowboys in Kansas City and shit. You know,
I don't mind Chris Collinsworth, honestly.
I don't mind them either.
If he could stop the now here's a guy. If he could stop doing that.
Oh yeah.
I was waiting. I'm like,
I was just like pot.
yeah, you didn't try this?
no,
You're not gonna?
no, I'm sticking to Peronis.
Man, these Indians are throwing the ball all over the place.
Fucking take that
I
one.
don't even want to tell you what just happened.
Those are,
So you're getting a little league win today.
He can't find it. He can't find it.
Oh, man on third now, so there's going to be a wild pitch, I bet.
they're not Indians anymore.
Bro, last night we scored 2 runs on wild pitches.
Yeah.
It is Little League, Gabe. You're right.
All right, let's go Yanks. Anyway, one more thing with sticking with sports. Did you guys hear this? That I heard this last week that AI is to replace line judges at Wimbledon starting in 2025.
That's great. I think. You know, I think baseball should get some AI for the strike.
So would this be the first professional sport that's using AI?
I don't know that for sure. First time. I mean, Wimbledon's been around. What do I have here? 147 years.
Ooh.
147 years Wimbledon's been around.
Wow,
Yeah.
bro, that's crazy.
And now they're moving to AI. I think this is big.
I feel like it's sort of been in the game for a few years. You ever see those
They show it.
it shows
right?
the ball hitting the
I
like,
think
they
that's
never
for
use it.
reviews.
Yeah, right. I was just going to say they never really
Right.
used it officially, I don't think.
But these are, you see the people that are kind of like they're sitting there, they're just squatting, they're just looking, making sure the ball, doesn't hit the line or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Didn't
it. They're gone.
Serena used to argue with the
Yeah.
officials all the
Oh,
time.
fucking
too.
John McEnroe.
Yeah, John
Are you
McEnroe.
kidding me?
But
He's streaming.
Their serves come in at like what, 110 miles an hour or something like
Probably,
that?
yeah, maybe a little more.
A little more.
At times, yeah.
I mean,
So-
so it's hard for the naked eye to actually see
Is it in place of a human being?
Yes.
Wow.
So they still have to have a line judge, right?
No, I mean they still have the judge that sits in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sitting up on the
Right, right.
fucking lifeguard chair. You know what I'm saying? But the line, the line judges that were there at the end, they're gone. That's it. This is
Wow.
AI is replacing that. Starting, and it's just like this is
It'd be green or red.
147-year tradition, and that this is what they're starting with Wimbledon.
Check this out. The fastest tennis serve ever, 163.7 miles per hour.
Who was that?
Wow.
Nadal.
Sam Groth in 2000. 2012.
Wow.
You know, the naked eye can't see that. You know, and if it's close to the line, let the AI slow it down and get it right. Because there's nothing worse than an athlete that puts everything into it and gets cheated because an official made a wrong call. You know what I mean?
Remember Andy Roddick?
Oh yeah.
I used to work at a house out east, and before he was Andy Roddick, he used to be playing tennis at this house all the time, and he was like an upcoming tennis player. He turned out to be one of the greats, man.
Yeah.
You know what his claim to fame is, right?
Oh,
Brooklyn Decker.
oh,
I mean, he
yeah.
married Brooklyn
Oh
Decker.
yeah.
Oh,
Are they still married?
I don't know, but I'm just saying.
Brooklyn Decker.
He had her.
The double deckers.
Yeah, but
Huh?
Double
had Brooke
Deckers
Shields.
is right, bro.
Huh?
Andre Agassi had Brooke Shields, bro.
Yeah,
You know,
I'll take Brooklyn Decker over
Yeah.
Brooke Shields any
Brooklyn.
day.
Any day, bro.
Any day.
Brooke Shields is an icon.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you know, she doesn't have what Brooklyn does.
Sydney or Brooklyn?
Sydney.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Sydney.
That's a tough.
I got
to give that some thought.
Sydney. Final
This
answer.
is
Make
this
it a
is your
Jeopardy
free pass,
question.
Adrian.
You guys remember that? Like, remember during COVID, there was like something going around. There was like they show a video question. They're like, all right, you know, something A, if you got it, like, you know, if you got to do something, something to do. You be by yourself, and then B, it's like as soon as they say you're with mom, and everybody's like, A. Right?
Yeah.
You see that? A. I forgot how it goes, but it was just funny. That's how Joey just answered that question right now. Didn't even think about it.
I think we should order a pizza soon.
That's what I was saying earlier. Order a pie.
All right. Yes. Anyway, to be continued with that. Once again, AI. I feel like we've been talking about AI almost every episode lately.
It's in our lives.
It's taken over.
I mean, forget about it. Did you see Elon Musk talking about the robot? Did you see the robot?
I did. I saw clips. Of
Right. I saw clips of it
Yeah.
as well.
I didn't.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a $30,000 item that you could buy for your home.
Yeah.
And the robot that walks and has arms is gonna clean your house, do household chores.
It'll vacuum, bro.
Does it have
Trim
a
your
vagina or a
bushes.
penis?
That's the Gen 2 one that's coming out.
5,000 more. You could get both.
This is like being chauffeured, but in the front seat instead of the rear seat.
Wow, look at this shit.
This guy's unbelievable.
30 grand is not a bad price if you
There
get
it
someone
is.
to clean your house for you. You know what I mean?
What is that?
That's their
Tesla.
new bus or like
Yeah.
RV system thing.
Dude, our kids are in for it, man. They're going to see some shit.
Yeah, you're right. How smart is this guy? I'm scary smart.
Yeah, but once that robot's in your house, it's gonna listen and hear everything and report back. You know?
All right, so
This is
it might be.
We're going to make this, and it's going to look like that.
Hold on,
So
what is
this,
that?
this can carry up to 20 people, and it can also transport goods.
It's a
so
bus?
you can configure it for goods transport within a city, or transport of up to 20 people at a time. And
There's the
we've
robot.
made a lot of progress with Optimus. So, and what can it do? It'll basically do anything you want. So it can be a teacher, babysit your kids. It can walk your dog, mow your lawn, get the groceries, just be your friend, serve drinks.
Be your
whatever
friend.
you can think of.
For 30 grand.
Be your friend.
He said whatever you could think of.
You know,
you could
this
get
is-
creative.
This is good for. This is good. I feel like this is good for like older people.
All right, so we're approaching 50,
Assisted
all of
living.
us, right?
Yeah.
Do you think there'll be a day when we're still around that this is an affordable thing to have in your home? Do you think there'll be a day that we have a fucking robot walking around our house?
Yes.
Watering the plants?
100%.
I mean, if you would have asked me 10 minutes ago, I'd be like, I don't know. But now seeing this, maybe.
Adrian's like, I don't have to mow the lawn. He does it the way you
I mean,
want it done.
$30,000, it's not happening. I mean, who's...
Oh,
It's a
30,000
car.
not to do a chore ever again?
I
Are you
mean,
kidding
that's
me?
a good way to look at it. That's a good way
Think
to look
about
at
it,
Think
bro.
about what you spend on like landscapers and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
True.
Do the math.
Bro, he'd be doing laundry.
Where does it sleep?
Yeah. You plug it in.
All right,
every day,
so I pay $50 a week for a landscaper right now because of my shoulder. I can't really do anything. So
That's expensive, by the way.
is it?
Yeah.
What do you pay?
40.
in New York. That's New York money.
All right, I'm gonna a new guy then because that's crazy. 40's the benchmark then.
Say, yo, my guy up in New York is paying 40. What's going on?
All right. Speaking about money, right? Something happened this weekend. This was a first for me, and I just wanted to get you guys' take on it. So Saturday, I mean, can you agree the weather's been beautiful around here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been great.
Today was the worst day.
You're right. Today was kind of shitty, but I'm saying as far as the weekends have been,
I thought today was beautiful.
it's been gorgeous. No, I'm saying today was still nice, but it was windy. You know what I mean? So,
I was cold.
oh, you were cold? Yeah. No, the sun was shining out here. You're behind those fucking buildings.
It was cool.
Anyway, so it's kind of spur of the moment. Like my wife and I were like, let's go. You know, it's beautiful out. She has 3-day weekend because of Columbus Day. We just jumped on a train, went to the city. My son was working, went into the city, walked the High Line, went to Hudson Yards over there, walked the High Line. Never did that before. Went to Little Island, blah, 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 in West Village, hanging out. We're down, we're walking. Oh, that's when I saw crossing
Chris
over
Candy, baby.
crossing over 7th Avenue, right by John's Pizzeria, where we were, Joey.
Nice.
Right across the street, I'm walking. I see this woman get out of a car. Car pulls up. Woman gets out of it. She's real tall, big woman. She actually, I thought she was Monica McNutt. You know, she does commentating.
Yeah,
for the
I
Knicks.
love her.
Yeah, I thought it was her. Same kind of haircut. And then I see this fucking tremendous guy get out on the other side. It's Chris Canty, playing for the Giants. You know, it's part of the Giants' last Super Bowl team.
Yep.
Commentator, big on
I can't
ESPN.
believe you recognized him.
Dude, you don't know who Chris Canty is?
I mean, I know him in a uniform, but I don't think I ever pinpoint him out in the street.
I think you might. I think you
so.
would recognize.
Yeah.
OC, somebody like that, yeah.
But I'm saying
I don't know.
he's on
Canty?
ESPN.
Is
all the
he?
time.
Yeah, he's on.
Yeah.
He's got a radio show.
Okay.
Excuse me, radio show. So that's it. I'm like, I just walked right up to him. I put my fist like this in the air to give him a pound. I'm like, hey, big man, thanks for the ring. I said, we really could use you though. I said, I wish you were still playing. And he starts laughing. He goes, yeah, I know. He goes, they need some help. And that was it. I mean, he was going to dinner with
That's cool.
You know what I mean? But it was just, I acknowledged him.
Maybe it was Monica McNutt.
No, it wasn't because
Oh.
I looked up at his wife.
Oh.
But she's a big lady, dude. I mean, I don't mean big like tall,
Yeah.
but this guy's 6'7".
Yeah, no, they're gonna have
6'7",
big kids.
315 pounds. This guy's a fucking monster.
Gabe's fucking stoned. Look at him.
Shaking his head, yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my wife and I were walking, right? We end up on like McDougal Street, McDougal, Bleecker, right over there. And we go, to get something to eat. We go to this restaurant called Figaro's. Really nice, fucking cute place where we want to sit outside. I'll have all these bistro tables. It's on the corner, so it wraps around the corner. So we go into the hostess and we're like, hey, table for two, like sit outside, please, because it was beautiful out. Beautiful. And the hostess says, kind of like leans in, almost like kind of whispers, like, okay, but are you guys okay? There's a $40 minimum per person to sit outside.
Whoa.
So my wife's like,
what?
My wife's like, yeah, I guess. I mean, does that include drinks or whatever? Because, we're looking at the menu, there's not too many things that
Cabernet
are $4 or
Sauvignon.
more. She's like, doesn't include drinks. She's like, yeah, that's fine. It's like, so she's like, combined, as long as we're $80, we're good. She's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, okay, we're good. We can sit outside. Dude, that's the first time it's ever happened to me.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened to you guys?
Never.
No, I'm. The follow-up question should have been: is there a charge to sit inside? Maybe it was just an outside
That's
thing.
like the prime spot charge.
I guess.
Like VIP. You know what I mean?
You know what? And apparently they can get away with it.
But inside it was so much nicer. This place was really nice.
What's it called?
Figaro. We loved it, but so, we sat outside and it was great. We were right on the corner too. So we had a nice vantage point, like people watching. It was really nice. Beautiful. We said beautiful night out. But that's the first time that's ever happened to me. So that's never happened to you guys, right?
Never, man. That's good.
I never, Gabe, you?
I hope that doesn't catch on.
That's what I was going to ask you. I'm sorry, Gabe.
I've seen it before. I've seen it. It was All-Star Week in Denver. I was there. That was about 12 years ago or something like that. Maybe more. Anyway.
So it was just for that weekend?
Yeah, just for that weekend. But in Vegas, it's super common, especially event weekends. Like in 3 weeks, Formula One's going to be there. So it's going to be fucking jam-packed from people all around the world. And then I've seen it in downtown LA.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Gabe's feeling it. I was a little shocked by it. I was a little taken back by it. I mean, when's the last time you go out? It's pretty fucking easy to spend $80 with two people.
Yeah, absolutely.
These days, right? So
It cost you 140.
Yeah.
Least, yeah.
But
what was the bill?
The bill wasn't that bad. It was only $100. We only had like one drink each. You know what I mean? I was full. I just didn't feel like really drinking. We went out the night before, the Painters. So we had a few.
And how was the food at Figueroa?
Food was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, food was good. it's a great little spot over there.
They had gluten-free options.
They did. But she got salmon. Yeah.
No, listen, that's what, the audience needs to know this.
Yeah. No, so it was good, but it just was weird. So something else happened, okay, while we were sitting there. And once again, I wanted to get you guys' take on this. Because all these little things pop up during the week where I'm like, I gotta ask these guys if this has ever happened. And all right, first let me ask you the question what I wrote down here on the show sheet, okay? Would you guys ever let a stranger sit at your table if you were dining alone?
Depends what she looks like.
All right. Let's just say, okay, because in this case, it was the same. It was the same.
No, I'd rather not have any interaction with any strangers. I'll be honest with you. You ever go to the Bobby Flay's burger place?
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Yeah, and their tables are like continuous. So sometimes
they're like cafeteria tables.
Right. You're forced to sit at the table with strangers,
This is sitting at a restaurant.
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't like that, I don't think.
With a minimum.
No.
Believe it or not, that happens in here a lot.
Does that? Yeah.
Like these bigger tables, if one person's sitting here and it's a pretty packed house, you'll see people that don't know each other a lot sitting here and here.
Okay. That makes sense.
I see that. Yeah.
I can see that happening. All right. So we're sitting there. We're sitting down at our table. There's a girl sitting next to us, sitting there by herself. She's just reading a book, has a glass of wine. Okay. I don't know if it was a host, he was a waiter or a host. I'm not sure. He came over and he says, like, would you mind, like, this chair, like this person wants to sit outside. Like, do you mind like sharing the table? And she was like, no, okay, no problem. So the girl sat down and she's reading a book. So now they're both reading a book. Now, like I said, it's a 2-seater. It's a bistro table, small bistro table, just 2 seats. So now they're both reading books. They're facing each other, right? And then like 3 minutes later, the girl that was there already, her food comes out. So now she's eating her food in front of this person. That's where I'd be like,
were they talking?
No, not a word. Not a word. They're both drinking glasses of wine.
Imagine like a love connection was made.
They didn't say a word, right? So
a meet cute.
For me, if my food was I didn't eat yet, I'm like, you know what? I'd rather not. I just want to enjoy my time.
And it's a $40 minimum?
Yeah. Wow. So this girl ate her food, drinking her wine, reading a book in front of this stranger here. Now I'm like, all right, my wife and I are like, is this just New York City living? You know what I mean?
I think it's probably common in New York.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I guess so. I mean, bro, I've even been weird. You know how many times we stopped at a pizzeria in New York City, even eating at the counter sometimes? I'm like, I'd rather just eat on the sidewalk. I just want to eat on the sidewalk. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, I don't want to fucking be standing next to this guy. You know what I'm saying? Eating his shit.
I don't give a fuck where it goes down.
Yeah. I don't know.
So according to Reddit and the internet, it's very common in Europe and Australia
to do that.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable.
No, I'm like, you know what? I could be honest with you. No, I'm kind of just enjoying my
because that's out of element for us out here on Long Island, I think. But when you're living in the city, I think that might be
normal.
Not normal, but definitely more common.
Yeah. So then, ready? So then this chick's getting up smoking cigarettes, right? Now she's getting up and she's standing a few feet away from the table. She's having a couple.
Which one? The one that has a meal?
No, the other girl, the girl that joined her.
Okay.
And then it's probably got to be close to 40 minutes goes by. Like we're paying our bill. And then they start talking. Oh, and I was just like, right. I'm dying. I told my wife, I just want to lean over. I'm like, I've been waiting for this all night. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And they start talking and they kind of make it. And I'm like, I wonder if they hit it off. Like,
they're definitely Facebook friends.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if they exchange phone numbers or something. You know what I mean?
What book are you
Not
reading?
to call each other, Joey, God forbid. But I'm saying, maybe they text her or whatever, social media. You know what I mean? I wonder what happened with that. And I don't know.
That's interesting.
I just wanted to get you guys' take on that.
Awkward.
Yeah, I agree.
I think honestly, same sex would be more awkward than opposite sex.
No, I think if another guy sat at the table, I could get it, ignore him. But if the woman's there, that's too awkward. Yeah, because what if you're eating like a slot? Shit all over your.
Well, that's what I mean. Like so, but what if you gotten your food already? Yeah. Would you been more maybe like open to it? I would. I'd be more open to it if I had my food, but my food didn't come out yet.
Right.
No.
I want my privacy.
Yeah.
So there's a few places down here in the south
meal,
that are
you
like
kind of want to like hunker down and just enjoy it. You know what I mean? That's what
I mean. I don't want to be fucking eating in front of some stranger.
It can get messy.
There's a few restaurants down here in the south that are like that. They're just come and eat, and they're usually at the last one anyways. It was in a former like huge mansion. What do they call them? Plantation homes.
Big houses.
Plantation Home.
I mean, you're having a glass of wine. No, and no, if it's just cocktails, then it's not
Cabernet
like
Sauvignon.
a big deal. But
Dude, I mean, she's just sitting there reading, and they're both reading books.
Well, maybe that's a thing. So you're just a visitor. Maybe that goes on all the time.
That's what we were trying to say.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. All right, guys, that leads us to our Brew Crew email.
Woo!
The Brew Crew email.
are we there already?
We are so distracted.
Bob!
We're so distracted tonight.
No. So in my defense, Gabe added a ton more fucking things in this list. So
Which list is this? The soundboard?
yeah.
Brew Crew email. Joey, what's our email?
You've got mail.
It's Brew Crew at beersandbs.com. Shoot us an email. Drop us a line. We might talk about what you have to talk about.
Mike, what's Mike, where can the audience find us? Where can they listen to us?
Everywhere your podcasts are available, like Spotify, YouTube, Odyssey, iHeartRadio, Apple, Amazon. The list goes on and on and on.
Nicely done.
Well
Gibraltar.
done. Well done.
Gibraltar.
All right, guys. Brew Crew email. Our first one is from
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Tony. Tony from Syracuse. Okay.
What happened to our music?
He did it already, Gabe. Where you
I
been?
didn't play on my side. That's weird.
Tony from Syracuse. I'm gonna guess short for Anthony. But Tony says, you guys are very passionate about food.
Mm-hmm.
Very true. Question: are boneless wings actually wings?
I believe not. They're probably like pieces of thighs and shit, right?
Okay. Yeah, that's your take?
Right? I don't know.
Okay.
I can answer this. They're not wings.
No.
They're chicken tenders.
Yeah, right? I agree.
If it doesn't have the bone in it.
They're not wings.
No.
The wings have the freaking, okay, they have the arm. Right? You know what I mean?
They got the fucking two bones.
Yeah, but is it the wing without the bone? Is that the same meat? Is that the question he's trying to ask?
I don't, but like that's, it's just funny because I mean,
They're chicken fingers, bro.
Tony from Syracuse, so, whatever, still, a few hours away from Buffalo, I'm saying, but I guess when people sit there, that must annoy them when they're ordering boneless wings.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because it's not really wings.
No.
At least that's my take.
I agree with you 100%.
I do enjoy the boneless ones because I don't like to make a mess. You know,
Yeah.
that. I don't like to eat with my fingers in public.
Listen,
I don't. I will do pizza, because pizza's not that messy, but wings, it tends to get messy.
I agree with you. And so once in a while, the boneless wings hit good, and you just put a fork in them and pick them up.
That's it.
Yeah.
But listen, let's be real.
It's not the
They're
same.
not wings.
They're not wings.
No, it's not.
Gabe, you agree?
I agree. Yeah. I like a good
Like good wing in your mouth?
Fucking hold that
Yeah.
bone
You
and
like
pull
that
the meat off of
bone?
it. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. It's got to have like a good barbecue sear to it for me
I like
to
to
really
hold the
enjoy
bone.
it as a yeah.
But that's where, I mean, right? I feel like that flavor comes from like, the marrow and the fat and stuff.
Yeah.
That's on the,
Right.
on the bone of the wings.
Being fried.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm all about sauce on side
Sauce on side?
Yeah.
Sauce on side.
with my wings lately.
SOS?
Sauce on side. I'll take the
Sauce on
buffalo.
side.
I'll take the teriyaki. Sauce on side.
Nice.
Little SOS.
Crazy.
All right. Yeah. So there you go, Tony. Take that. All right. That's how we feel. But you're right. We are very passionate about food. Last week's episode, especially.
Yeah.
You
know what's crazy? Shake Shack's getting closer and closer, bro. They're making one in
Selden,
Selden.
right? Yeah, I heard that.
Uh-oh.
I heard that. And I'm gonna be honest,
Getting
Joe,
closer.
you're the first person I thought of. 'Cause you were
And
like
Chick-fil-A is
in Farmville.
you
know
could order
function?
Chick-fil-A on what Apple CarPlay is? You guys know what that is or no?
Wait, CarPlay?
Yeah.
On my car?
In your
Yeah.
car?
Yeah.
Like when you plug your
Yeah.
phone in, you have the Apple software
I
on
don't
your
have
screen.
that.
Yeah.
My truck's old.
If you have the Chick-fil-A app on it
Oh,
on
really?
your phone, you could pull up the
the
menu on your
screen?
CarPlay and order it while you're on the drive-through.
Oh,
How sick is that?
Dude, we are so fat.
AI is right
We are
there,
so
bro.
fat as a
Yeah.
country, man, right? It's just
Yeah.
like they're making it so easy. Last week's topic, right? What was your laziest dash? This is getting crazy.
Mm.
Anyway. All right.
Band-Aids. Vito. Fucking Vito. Band-Aids.
That was weird.
That was weird.
That was weird. To me, you need a Band-Aid. It's kind of an emergency, right?
Yeah, he's a nasty person.
Vito, we love you. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on. Just share on social media. All right, Barbara from Mastic. We got one more, guys, and that's Barbara from Mastic, and she says, I know you guys never miss a game. What does your football Sunday situation look like? How or where do you watch the games?
How aware?
How or like where? Like do you go out and watch games, or how do you watch games? You know what I mean?
For the most part, I'm home with my family, cooking food or something like that, hanging out, watching the games.
Like, do you have a plan? Do you have a game plan? Like depending on for me, I'm looking at the time of the game.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Obviously, so it's like a 4 o'clock game.
I love the
Things
4
are
o'clock
different.
games.
Yeah,
That's
I agree.
that's my favorite start time. But I mean, Sundays we're usually done with our activities, soccer and all that bullshit by noon. So we plan on what we're gonna cook, and we're chilling for the most part. It gets easier now that the weather's changing. When it's still nice out, it's hard. But now that the weather's changing,
Everybody be home.
we're home chilling.
And you just your family? Nobody else coming over?
No,
or
just my
anything?
family.
Yeah. Okay. Mike.
Yeah, no, for the most part, this season for sure, I watch the games in my living room by myself, pretty much. I have some nachos and cheese or something like that, and fucking. In the past, me and you hook up and usually go to the bar for every Giants game. It's just scheduling this year has been fucking horrendous. I spent Sunday working all day, but I didn't mind because I knew the game was on at 8 o'clock. But I got to be honest with you, I didn't see the very end of the game. I passed out. I knew we were
You didn't miss
losing.
anything.
Huh?
You didn't miss anything.
I missed a
Fumble.
missed kick and
Right.
fumble, I guess. But
We recovered that fumble, man. Jesus Christ.
it's been like that for me this year. But
Yeah, just meaning we still lost.
yeah, I do prefer going to you to the bar with you because we have a view of all the games, and then our pick of food.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get greedy.
Hey, maybe
I'm gonna Philly.
When did we go
cheesesteak.
to? When was Sonoma Grill? Was that last year? A couple times we went.
Yeah.
maybe this Sunday if you're not working.
Yeah. Why not?
Working?
No, Phillies versus the fucking Giants.
1 p.m.
That's what I'm saying.
We are due to win. We
So-
are due.
All right, so let's go out.
Yeah, let's do it. 1 o'clock.
Yeah. For me, like I was telling these guys, it depends on the time of the game. The 1 o'clock games, I got to be honest with you. If I'm not going out with Mike to watch the game, I'm
He's
doing
taping
stuff.
it.
You know
I'm
what
mowing
I
the
mean?
lawn.
I'm recording it and stuff.
I'm pulling weeds out of the beds.
Yeah, sometimes pulling weeds, sometimes wash the car. Never mowing the lawn. I don't mow the lawn on Sundays. It's either Friday or Saturday. But so that all depends. But in this week, this case, the game was on at 8 o'clock, and it's been so beautiful out. So, Gabe, you got that picture?
Yep.
I sent Gabe a picture of how I was watching football. Starting from the 4 o'clock game,
Nice.
right off the back of my house.
Oh, you finally got it out.
Yeah,
Look
I
at you.
put the projector on. Right, got the fire pit going, having some drinks, some food. A few friends came over, and because they were off for Columbus Day, and we watched football.
It's about time you fucking took that thing out of the box.
But
Yeah.
I'm curious. Did you actually do it, or someone helped you with the technology?
No, I did it.
You did
I
it by
did it.
yourself.
Would you hook it to your computer?
Technology and I
my
really don't
phone.
get along.
Did it take you a long time?
It took longer than I expected. But no, that's my old projector. I have another projector. I'll tell you guys off camera.
Oh, that's not okay.
That's not the one
He
that.
couldn't figure out a new one.
By the way, this is
Say it.
you notice all the if you're watching playoff baseball right now, all the umpires are wearing body cams.
Yes.
Almost like the NYPD.
Behind the plate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. It's
Even the first all the base umpires have it too.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the view, like when you see. The
I
pitch
love
coming.
that fucking
Yeah.
view,
Oh my
bro.
god.
Gabe, what about you? How do you watch games? What do you do?
Well, the games for me start at 11. So no, 12. So I have a solid base coat in the morning. I have some pancakes or something, some eggs, that sort of thing, some sausage and bacon.
Homemade, or you go out for that?
No, I make it at home. It's just easier. And then after that, I'm either watching F1 because they do all the races on Sundays. So I'll watch F1 while having breakfast because it's usually in Europe or somewhere. And then football in the afternoon. So by the time football starts, it's lunchtime for me, really. Depending on what I'm craving, I'll have a burger or wings. Maybe
Nice.
some pizza.
When do you incorporate 3/4 bottle of whiskey?
About 10 o'clock. I start pouring around 10.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, right? It's always fun food.
Yeah.
You know, we're always making like nachos, quesadillas.
Mhm.
This past weekend was wings. We got wings because we were outside and stuff. But that's why I love. This is my favorite time of year.
Yeah.
Matthew
Ashley
McConaughey.
made banging chili this weekend.
You saw the Matthew McConaughey commercial?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
He's like, they're selling you food,
Yeah.
bro.
Right. Jerry Rice.
Jerry, what are you eating?
Yeah, so that's how we do it, Barbara. Another great question. Thank you.
Oh, we love you.
All right. That's all I got, guys. You guys good?
That's it.
All right. Next week, guys, is our 1 year anniversary. So it's a big episode. We're going to be on location somewhere secret.
Yes.
And we'll tell everybody. Well, you'll see you next week. And that's it.
Awesome.
Good.
What episode
Good.
is this?
Episode
Yanks.
44
44. Reggie Jackson.
in the books.
Mr.
The
October.
Yankees. Let's go.
Guys, thanks for listening. Keep listening and have a great night.
Get home safe.
Let's go, Yanks.
Peace. Fucking